Hey neighbor, well it's finally September.
It is.
So Greg and Evan here, and we're going to talk gardening today, and we're going to talk about what you need to be doing in September, and we got something special too. Welcome to the Row by Row Gardening Show, the best dadgum gardening show on the internet, where we talk about gardening, a little bit of cooking, and growing your own food. Now sit back and enjoy. Well, the big giveaway started yesterday.
It did. Super excited about that.
So you go to our homepage, you go to our social media, we got a lot of things going. We're doing a huge giveaway for this fall. First time ever.
Yeah.
A Polaris Ranger 1000.
Nice.
Super Duty.
Yep, it is decked out to the max, isn't it?
What do you think about that sound system?
I wish I had that in my car.
Got a light bar on it. It's got a sound bar in it. We carried it, had it all decked out with all the accessories. And we're not keeping it. We're giving it away to one of you lucky guys. We're running 3 months. The sweepstakes is September, October, November. At the end of November, 1st December, there will be a drawing to give away. Yeah. Now, the legalities of a sweepstakes is a lot more complex than I thought it was. We've been working on this for 2 or 3 months. We actually had to hire a company to handle the legal process.
Did you?
Yes.
Huh.
And even the state of Florida, we had to buy a bond in the state of Florida so we could do a sweepstakes in the state of Florida.
Wow.
Crazy, ain't
Yeah.
it? I forgot how much it was, but it was a few $100 or something like that. But there's, I think Alaska and Hawaii and maybe New York State's exempt. You can't do to those 3 states. But every other state is eligible. Now, the way this thing works is for every dollar you spend at Hoss for these 3 months, you will get 1 entry for the drawing for the sweepstakes for the players. Yeah. But Evan, you're not.
Why?
You're not. You're not eligible.
I'm not eligible?
I'm
glad you told me before I spent a bunch of money.
Nor is it in your immediate family.
Oh, man.
See, that's the problem. We got rules, man. We got to go by all these rules. Well, I must have okayed, I read through them 3 or 4 pages of rules we had to go by on all this kind of stuff. We have to be careful about how we say things and all that. But here's the main thing. We're not going to do the drawing.
Nope.
Now, this company handles all that, so that takes all the bias away from it. So, folks, it's not fixed. This is completely random. And this company does the drawing, and they have the capabilities to do the random drawing and all that. It's very scientific. It's not just willy-nilly drawing out of
a little seed starting tray.
It is legit. So we got this all going on. We actually had to put in some more software on our website to be able to. Now think about this: when somebody buys something, those points have to automatically be entered.
They do into a system.
Into a system.
Yep.
So we had to put a system in just for this right here. But we're excited about it. First time ever.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna set the bar, man. Don't you?
I hope we do for sure. Yeah.
Yep. Polaris Ranger 1000 decked out. So we're giving that away, so go check that out. And we got a lot of special things going on in the next 2 or 3 months.
We do.
And then January comes around and it's time to bust off gardening again.
Yeah, it is.
Mama Hoss, y'all, keep her in your prayers. She's still in the hospital. Hopefully get out today or tomorrow. She's been in there. Today will be 8 days.
Wow. She's been in there a while.
She's ready to come home.
She's a trooper.
She's a trooper. She's
definitely a trooper.
Ready to come home.
Yeah.
She's got an infection in her ankle. She's got to have IV antibiotics for 6 weeks.
Oh, man.
They put that in there this morning, a line, they call it a pig line, up in your main gizmo up there.
Yeah, no, she wasn't happy about that.
No, but she knew she had to have it to come home.
Yeah, she did.
So every 8 hours for 6 weeks, she's got to have IV antibiotics. So, but you know what? She just pushed through sometimes.
Yeah, you have to.
She is ready to come home. I, on the other hand, have been doing all the household chores.
You're not used to that?
You know, I'm a good cook. And she taught me a long time ago how to clean. You clean as you cook.
Yeah.
So when I first started my cooking endeavor, way back in the day, I would just let them all pile up.
Yeah.
And then we got through, you go clean up. But the key to it is clean up as you cook. And that when you get through, you ain't got a big pile.
Yep.
Did you know that?
Saves you a little time too.
Yeah.
I try to. I try to get in the habit of cleaning up.
I had to be taught
every step of the way. Did you? Yeah. Well, I was self-taught. Yeah.
And the clothes things where I really struggle at.
Yeah. Me too. I will say me too.
Washing clothes is not my. I had to call and get instructions because I've not never washed many clothes in my life. But I washed clothes Saturday and Sunday, and actually got up early this morning and folded some color clothes.
Look at you. I'm proud of you, Hoss.
I'm proud of
you.
too,
Yeah.
And then I did a little vacuuming. Not strong vacuuming it either. That's not, But you know, when she comes home, I didn't want the house a mess.
Exactly. You got to have it clean for a return.
Yeah, so anyway, she's going to come home. Y'all keep her in your prayers. She's got a little long road ahead of her, but she's a trooper.
She is.
She'll get out here. September.
Yeah.
September, to me, is the March of the spring. I view it the same way because it's just the beginning of fall.
It's like a transition period. Yeah.
We feel that little bit of coolness in the air, and it just gets you going.
You're a little jumpy.
Oh, man.
I'm getting a little antsy.
Over the weekend, I got crazy. I planned all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it is time to get out there and get started. You know, August is always it's a tough one.
It is. It is. That heat starting to wind down, but still a little too warm. You know, what can you do?
And we have pest problems.
We do.
We've been battling a little bit, but the fall gives us a glimmer of hope. Things is going to be different and move on. So what do you need to be doing in September? Well, let's start with zones 8 and 10 because we're in zone 9.
Yeah.
And we really should break it down. Let's break it down to 9 and 10 and leave 8 by itself because there's a little bit of difference here. There's probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks of difference.
Okay.
So for zone 9 and 10, get your peas and beans planted. Got mine planted. Get them in the ground. Now when we're not talking about these.
Yeah,
we're
it's a
talking
little
about
different pea.
Cow peas.
Yep.
Cow peas and your beans. I got my Supremo, my October beans planted. Top pick pink eye.
Yep.
I even jumped the gun, got me some collards in the ground and some Brussels sprouts.
Getting a little ahead of the game.
Not Brussels sprouts, broccoli.
Yes.
In the ground.
Yep. Yep.
So it's a good time if you're not to do it. Now, I think it's a little early for you guys on the direct seeding. Now you go ahead and plant you some radishes and beets. It's okay, but you can plant more of those as we go through. But I'm gonna stick to my October 1st date is prime date for our carrots and everything that we direct seed. Now, to me, it's still a little early for mustard and turnips.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Right now.
Well, you get them up and you know, we have some insect problems and we don't get any coolness on them by the time they'll get ready. We like that little bit of cold on them before we harvest them. So that's the reason I like to plant mine around the 1st, 15th of October because we get them up and growing good and we get that little bit of cool hit them in November. As the old people used to say, knock the lice off of them.
Yep.
The lice is, the old people called aphids lice.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah. They say you got to knock the lice off of them. Then mustard turnips had lice on them.
Yeah, and that cold will do it.
Cold weather knock the lice off of them. It just makes them taste better. Mm-hmm. So I would wait till October 1st if you're in zone 9 and 10 for my direct seeding stuff. And I'm going to pretty much wait for that for all my kohlrabi that I direct seed in the seed tape, carrots, radishes, beets, that kind of stuff. Now, if you wanted to go ahead and get you some radishes and beets in the ground, you can turn those and flip those over and have plenty of time to get 2 more crops in, at least in before the cold weather. So that is doable. I'm going to wait a little bit on mine. But broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, and heaven knows Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts, yeah.
It's time to get those in the ground this month in September. That way you got them up and growing. They really get doing good by the time the cold hits or they're making right around the cold. So it's ideal for that. Onions, as we talked about last week, and they're coming up.
They are coming up already. I think we did pretty good.
Yep. So that and another thing too is really got to manage these loopers.
Yeah, we do. We've actually seen some problems on our beans. Yeah, which is a little unusual, maybe. They're a little harder to control, maybe, I'd say, right? You got to make sure you get that good coverage.
Yeah, and we've been using takeout. I think we probably need to switch up our mode of actions a little bit on that. So we got to really control those loopers because they could be bad this time of year. And whiteflies have raised their ugly head a little bit. Now, they're not as near as bad as they have been in the past, but we're having some little bit of trouble with whiteflies. I assume you are too. Same thing, just stay at them.
Yeah.
Anything can kill them. You just got to spray them early in the morning, late in the afternoon, get good coverage. You can control them. You're not going to eliminate them. All right, zone 8. Zone 8 normally runs about 2 weeks, week and a half, somewhere there from zone 9 and 10. So if you're in zone 8, probably around the 15th or 20th of September, you can go ahead and start doing some of your direct seeding of your carrots and your radishes,
Yep. Your mustards.
mustards,
Maybe.
turnips,
Yeah.
anything
your-
that you're going to direct seed.
Yeah.
There again, you want to go ahead and get all your transplants like your broccoli and all that in the ground. Onions,
Yeah. Onions.
if you're in short day, onions again for you guys in zone 8. And let's see here, garlic.
Garlic. Yeah.
Elephant garlic. So
forgot about
we're gonna
that.
have garlic in the next. We should have it by the end of this week, next week.
Okay.
And go ahead and get your elephant garlic in. Some of your garlic seed you can get in September and October. September's not a bad time for you guys in zone 8 or less. So that's another good one there. So you keep you about and lettuce. Let's talk about
Yeah,
lettuce.
we're
Now
gonna
you can
get
start
along.
lettuce in the greenhouse like we've done.
Yeah.
Or you can direct seed them in. I prefer to start them in the greenhouse. If you're gonna do that, probably go ahead and get your lettuce, your first crop of lettuce. Go ahead and start it
Yeah.
on that one. Zone 6 and 7. You guys need to be knee deep in getting everything in. Now it's time for you to do all your direct seeding. You can still get some of those. Probably you could still do some broccoli stuff, but you need to do it immediately.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get your time in on that, and then go ahead and get your garlic beds prepared and all that. But you guys will run out of time after September, so you need to go ahead and be getting all that in. And zone 6 and 7, zone 3 and 5. You guys own your own. Can't help you a whole lot. Zone 3 and 5. That would be up in Maine, New
Yeah.
Hampshire.
It's far north. Far
Yeah.
north. Super cold.
Yeah, so you guys, and another thing too is cover crops. On all these cover crops, you guys in zone 6 and 7, go ahead and get your cool season cover crops in this month. Us in 8, 9, and 10, probably wait till around the 1st of October for that.
I'd say so.
And speaking of that, we're going to be planting strawberries later this week.
We are. Yep.
We got a load of strawberry tips
Whole
coming
lot.
in. Now, we're not going to pre-sale these strawberries because Evan and I have never grown strawberries in before. This is our first attempt at it.
Yeah.
But we have got some disease-free tips coming out of Oregon. It's going to be in here at the end of this week here, and we got to get them what they call stuck.
Yeah.
We'll get them rooted in or punched in some soil, and we're going to try to root them in and grow a nice plant. For 3 days, we got to miss these every 5 minutes.
Every 5 minutes.
And we got it all set up,
Yeah.
waiting and ready. So we got that going on in this week.
do.
We're not going to pre-sale strawberries till we find out what kind of crop we got, but we're hoping for a good, disease-free, wonderful crop. That's what we're hoping for. And we're going to have Ruby June, Comarosa, and Chandler.
Yep. That's the 3.
Yep.
All right.
All right. So one little thing that a lot of people overlook during the fall of the year is
Peas. Yep. So this is a crop, one of my favorite, I'd say probably my favorite to start in the fall, and one of the most delicious. So I think we should look at this one first.
Yeah.
We'll look at this one first. So this is the Sugar Prince, and this is an English pea variety that goes both ways, right? Mm-hmm. It says 70 days to maturity, and you can pick these early and eat them fresh in the garden.
as a snow pea.
As a snow pea, which is what? Those are a flat pod.
Yeah, yeah. Have you
kind of
seen them?
what-
I think you probably seen them maybe in a buffet before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have stir fries, stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And that's what this variety is good for. Or you can let them mature out and shell them. You can freeze them. What else can you do with them?
Well, the great point of that one is it lends itself both ways. So you can harvest some of them early and leave some of them on the vine to mature out.
Yep.
So that's what's great about it. It is a newer variety. It's got a little bit more vigor than probably some of the rest of them. It's one of my. It's not my exact. We're gonna cover my favorite one in a minute. But that is a good utility type English pea there because it does both of them, and it's got good
does.
vigor to it as well. One of only the two that we're going to talk about this 70 days to mature.
Yeah, I was going to say it takes a little longer than most of your peas. So next, I'm going to look at the Oregon sugar pod pea. This is more that snow type. It's got those flat pods with the smaller pea. And this is one of those that you can't eat fresh off the vine. and that's what I'd prefer, really. I wouldn't. You can cook it, but I wouldn't prefer that.
You just like to chomp on them in the
I
garden?
do. I can't help myself. They grow out. There's not. I mean, I can't help myself. It's a great snack in the garden.
Yeah, it is.
Good sweet snack. This is also 60 days to maturity, right? Yeah, it is 60 days. And a lot of these peas, you're going to want to make sure you trellis up, right? Because
yeah, one of them here more particular than any of the rest of them, but they all can benefit from it. Now, I don't always do that, but they can all benefit from it.
trellising it up, though, does help with that airflow. Prevents you from getting the mold and the rot. But, yeah, that one's your snow pea. And next here, we have the Little Marvel. Now this is your garden pea type, your regular, typical English pea type. It's pretty high yielding, but what's different about this than most types is a little bit smaller. It is a little bit smaller. You get it like around a 3-inch pod, about 6 to 8 peas per pod. But it is high yielding, so you'll still get a typical amount of peas off of it. You'll get a good harvest. You can eat these fresh. After you shell them, it's an inedible pod, but they're really good for storing and freezing.
It's an old variety, been around for a long time.
It is. It's an heirloom, and it is an old variety that's been around for a while. The next English pea pod variety that we have is the Green Arrow, which is also an heirloom variety. What's different than the Little Marvel about this is you are going to get a higher yielding plant, so you're going to get what they call a double pod, right? Is that correct? And that's 2 pods at each node, and they grow outwards, which makes it a little easier to harvest, and you get a heavier harvest. These peas are about 4 inches long. You get the pods about 4 inches long, and it has a few more peas per pod at about 8 to 11 per pod. So you're getting more peas per your pod.
And they're bigger, would you say?
They are bigger than the Little Marvel, so you get more bang for your buck out of this one. Yeah. Alright, next is our sugar pod varieties. So we'll start with the super sugar snap, sorry. This is one of my favorites because it's what I've always grown. Simple sugar snap. This is 60 days to maturity. It's a larger pod, and these are better ate fresh if you ask me, just like the Sugar Prince, but that one gives you more variety, or it's more versatile. It's good in salads. It's good in pastas, eaten fresh. But if you let it go too long, it'll get starchy, right? Your peas can get starchy, so you want to make sure you're harvesting these at the right time and not letting them get too...
We've never had that issue.
It doesn't happen often because you're out there in the garden, you're picking them, go ahead and get them picked. But this is your typical sugar snap, so you can eat this fresh off the vine, or you can cook it fresh. Lastly, you said y'all grew this last year?
Yeah.
This is the Magnolia Bloom.
Man, I tell you, that's
Yeah.
my favorite new pea. Not maybe the most productive one I've ever seen. You definitely need to trellis this because it vines.
It's about 5 to 8 foot vine.
Yeah, 70 days to maturity, so it's longer. But what's neat about that is the bloom on that thing is beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's a bicolored bloom. It's pink. It's just like, it's got that magenta kind of color to it. And what does that signify? Is it? I haven't grown these, so is it pink the whole way through, or does it change to a pink color?
It's kind of a variegated white and pink all the way through.
Okay.
The bloom there.
Yeah. Something that I read about these also that's interesting. I mean, most of your peas, they will send out tendrils to help themselves climb and to support themselves. But this variety puts out a few more tendrils, and you can harvest those and eat those, and they say they taste just like the peas do.
A lot of people use the blooms as a garnish.
They do. I was curious about that. I figured they would, just like you would.
If you got a small space that you trellis everything, and you're a small gardener, that is the one I would go with simply because it's how beautiful. It makes a good pea, but the tendrils on there, it climbs well.
Yep.
It's probably the best at vertical gardening than any of them.
Very vigorous grower. Yep.
So any of these are 60 to 70 days maturity. Now here's the deal with these English snap peas. They are temperamental for temperature wise. And what I'm saying here, if you plant those things and you get them up about this big and you get a hard cold spell on them, you're going to get substantial damage.
So they're a little tender.
They are tender.
Okay.
Here's the weird thing, and I've had trouble planting these at the wrong time in the past. For the fall of the year, you want these to almost or really be in the bloom stage before they get any cold on them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that plant is big, it will take a good bit of cold.
Okay.
But when it's small, it will not. It hardens off when it gets big. So go ahead and plant these, and we got 2 sugar prints and magnolia blossoms 70 days, rest of them 60 days.
Mm-hmm.
So plant these. If you plant them now, 1st of November, you're going to be having peas. And our average frost date's around
November 20th.
Yeah, so
typically.
So you can go ahead and plant these now, or
Yep.
for us, we could wait a week or two, but it's not a bad time at all to plant any of the English peas.
Yeah, something I did forget to mention on these is most of these are either have fusarium wilt resistance or powdery mildew resistance. So you can get them in a little earlier.
Powdery mildew is what I've always had trouble with them on, and it goes back to trellisum.
Yep.
You trellisum, that air circulation
Get that
helps
airflow.
with that.
Yep.
So any of these right here is a good time to plant those. And let me tell you something: if you've never grown English peas before, you can't judge this against canned peas that you buy in the grocery
No,
store.
you can't.
Totally different flavor, different texture, and everything. So I don't care for canned. They call them sewer peas.
That's what I call them too.
I don't care for them, but I love them out of the garden.
Yeah.
So it's a good time to get any of those in for a wonderful fall garden. Yeah. All right. So we got that. Everybody got an idea what you need to be doing now? You need to be getting out there, getting everything ready. Next thing you know, we're going to be talking about getting your onion dirt ready for November. But things are going to move pretty quick here. Get your English peas in, get some of those brassicas in now, and then kind of stage your stuff when you need to get those carrots and direct seeded stuff in there. Next thing you know, you got a full garden like what we do.
Yeah.
And we didn't even talk about flowers, have we?
No, we haven't.
Calendula, you can get that in.
Yep, calendula.
Snaps, you can get some of your snaps in now. So, all right, we have got garden spotlight of the week. Let me get my focus on here.
Let's see.
Is Paul Davis. Paul is in Zone 7 in Wilson, North Carolina. And look at these watermelon secrets. Paul says, this is the first time in 8 years I have been able to get a watermelon that I could eat. Not only did I get one, I got 5 yellow melons and 4 red melons, and they were great. All of my seeds come from you guys and your group. Thanks for your good seed, and I will continue my garden needs from you. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah.
You did a good job.
Yep. Look at that juicy melon.
Oh man, don't let it get. I've become
delicious.
a fan of the yellows.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't plant them this year, but about every other year I plant yellow watermelons. All right, Farmer Hoss Bubblehead. Now he moves around, and last week he was
in a tough spot.
He was in a tough spot.
I was surprised to see how many people found him.
Carrie is the one that's taking over hiding Farmer Bobblehead Hoss. Why Mama Hoss is in the hospital,
Yeah.
and she's a overachiever. She does a
She
good
is.
job. So last week's winner, now this was really something because you and I had to search hard to find them. I
Yeah,
know
we
they
did. Yeah.
Is Cindy McGrew. Cindy McGrew
Yeah.
at 9127.
Yeah.
Cindy, send us your shipping information to support@growhouse.com, and we will send you. Yep. Look at there. I was going to wear mine today, but I couldn't find but one of them.
I really need to get me a pair of them.
Yep. Look at there. Get dirty socks. So put them on, strut around town. You'll be the talk of the town, Cindy. All right. So here's what we got going on. We got brassicas in.
We do.
We're shipping brassicas today. We'll be shipping brassicas for the next 8 weeks. We've got Asperbrock, that's the broccolini.
That is. Yep.
We've got
Green Magic.
Green Magic. We've got Georgia Southern Collard. We changed up on our collard.
did
a little
change
bit.
it.
We got one, an heirloom Georgia Southern Collard. We've got Stonehead cabbage, and we've got Twister cauliflower.
Yep.
We got 5 that we are shipping out. Later this week and next week, we will be shipping the blueberries, the blackberries, and then we also gonna have garlic within about a week. We got some of our garlic on the way. I got to double check on the other, but we should be getting garlic in any day now. You can go ahead and pre-buy your garlic, and we'll be shipping them to you just as soon as we get it in. And what else?
We talked about the strawberries. We're gonna be sticking the strawberries.
And we're working on getting our onion pre-sales.
We are.
I know that's a long ways off, y'all, but
Yeah, it is.
we're working on that. Yeah. So a lot going on. Fall is here, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
We got Petals to the Past coming up in a couple of weeks. What's the 20th?
And you'll be gone?
Be gone for that, carrying the buggy to that.
Yeah.
So we're going to have the buggy over there, showing off over there where you
Nice.
can look at it and touch it and all that kind of stuff.
Super nice.
And we're going to have a big crowd there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be the best one ever, I think.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, thank y'all.
Yep.
Get outside, enjoy this cool weather, and get your hands dirty.